What's going on, everyone? Cyrus World Peace here today to talk to you about DVZN. DVZN is a shoe cleaner brand out of Tracy, California. These guys started at the end of 2018 and have just been kind of, climbing up, growing. And I gotta say, I've tried a lot of different shoe cleaner brands. Tried all the big ones that you guys know. I tried all the little kiosk ones. And I gotta say, I'm very, very lucky to have ran into these guys. This was over at a sneaker pop-up in last year, I believe July of last year, 2019. That was a very interesting moment meeting these guys. I needed some shoe cleaner. We were at this convention. I went ahead and took my chances on them, and I have not looked back. Even after purchasing, I have tried other brands and I have not been very happy. But we're going to go ahead and talk about why this guy is awesome. In fact, actually, we're going to go ahead and show you guys. I got my Red 11s here. I hope you all enjoyed The Last Dance like I did. And we're going to go ahead and give these guys a little clean. I still have my shoe trees in here. The Red 11s came with these nice plastic shoe trees, so I'm going to go ahead and keep them in there to pop every little teeny tiny crease up and get to cleaning. So first I'm going to go ahead and bust out my towel. Make sure I keep my nice table nice. And let's talk about what we're going to be using. We're going to be using their cleaning kit, which comes with a bottle of their cleaner along with a brush. This is a nice soft bristle brush. We're also going to be testing out a couple of different things. We're going to be talking about the deodorizer along with their Defender. It's called the Defender. This is kind of like a rain and stain repellent. This is actually a really, really cool repellent. We're going to talk about that once I'm spraying. And their newest product that I was actually really lucky, I just found out. I was the first person to receive their sole guards. I have not clearly tried these yet. We're going to do that together. Over here I also have a bowl of water, along with my blow dryer. I'm going to be going ahead and heating up these sole guards once they're on here, as the instructions say. I do have an old brush as well. I'm going to go ahead and clean the sole with the old brush and keep the new brush for the upper of the shoe. The reason for that is underneath the shoe on our sole we have a whole lot more gunk. We have a whole lot more little teeny tiny rocks, pebbles, whatever. We don't want them to get caught in the bristles of this brush and start scrubbing the top and scratch up that patent leather. So let's go ahead and get down on this. So let's go ahead and start off by pouring some of our cleaner into the bowl of warm water. As you can see, I have my new brush here. This is once again for the upper of the shoe. And I have my old brush from the previous kit I had bought. We're going to go ahead and clean the soles on the shoes. Go ahead and put some of that in there. So you guys can see, we'll go ahead and keep that there. Get that nice and soaked up. And just start scrubbing with the old brush that sole. We have a ton of dirt and grime dripping from the sole right now. Now, as you can tell, I haven't worn these a ton. I kind of keep them for special occasions, so it's not as grimy as a lot of shoes can get. But we have dirt water essentially just dripping onto the midsole. Let's give that a nice little wipe. Dry off all those little crevices in the sole. And boom, the sole of shoe number 1 is done. Sole number 2, we're just going to go ahead and repeat. A little dab right in there. And get to scrubbing. Now this sole is a little bit dirtier. And same thing, we're just going to go ahead and wipe this guy down. We got all of the little teeny tiny pebbles out. We're going to go ahead and go into the crevices, make sure that that's all nice and dry so that we get all that foam out too, so I can see if I missed anywhere, and boom, right there, a little stickiness. Wiped off. We are good. We are golden. Now let's go ahead and get to the upper of the shoe. We're going to use our new brush that's nice and clean. What I appreciate about DVZN's brushes is that while they are very soft and very gentle, they're still strong enough to make sure that they get off all the grime without damaging the leather on the shoe. In this case, with the Bred 11s, we have patent leather. So let's go ahead, get to the fun part. Probably gonna need a little teeny tiny bit more cleaner, and put a little bit on the brush. Not too much. I already had plenty from the bowl. And we're gonna get to cleaning. I trust this brush so much that I am willing to use it on patent leather. What's cool about DVZN, besides how they're just flat out awesome guys, is that they really emphasize on taking care of the shoe. For example, they use a good amount of jojoba oil in their products to make sure that your shoe stays nice and clean. And you have to remember, leather is skin. Leather is going to be needed to be treated as such as well. So there's no silicone in here, no dimethicone, nothing like that. And we're going to get to talking a little bit more about that when we get to the hydrophobic spray. So we got one shoe clean. Now I don't need a ton of soap on this because, like I said, these aren't super dirty. These were not the worst shoes in my collection. I just really wanted to show off my Bred 11s, to be honest with you guys, and also kind of show you guys how I trust this brand even with my Bred 11s. So nice and wiped down. You have a nice shiny shoe. And one more time. A nice, clean pair of Bred 11s. Let's go ahead and come on back up. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about one of the more interesting products, the Defender. This guy right here is a hydrophobic spray, rain repellent, stain repellent, whatever you want to call it. What's cool about it is that you're going to notice it's a little different than what you're used to seeing in your local shoe shop, maybe at Foot Locker or whatever, from a lot of different various brands such as Cred. What's cool about this, dude, is that it's not an aerosol, it's a pump spray. And why I think that's cool is because, generally speaking, most of the aerosol sprays that are out there contain silicone. Silicone is really, 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 really horrible for leather. It is a sealant and it is going to damage the leather on your shoe. That is not something we want. We want to maintain our shoes. We want to keep our shoes nice and clean. We want to make sure that our shoes are undamaged. That's the whole point of this whole process here. This is an investment. Not necessarily, I mean, I wear my stuff. I'm not talking about flipping. I'm talking about just looking good for yourself. And if I'm going to invest that money into shoes, I'm going to want to make sure that they are going to be taken care of right and they're going to be treated right. And DVZN does not fall short in that category. This is actually a nano ceramic coating. So there's nothing that's actually sealing. It's legitimately just a coating. I probably sprayed a little bit too close, but the general idea is to go ahead and just kind of coat the shoe and make sure that you are protecting your investment. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our deodorizer. So if you got some sweaty feet, you don't want to let people know how nasty you actually are, this is the product for you. We're going to go ahead and shake and freely spray and make sure that our shoes are smelling nice and fresh. And bag, it works with bags, shoes, everything. This is it's made out of tea tree oil, peppermint, witch hazel, and water. So we know we have nothing damaging in there. Alright. I gotta make sure I share this with my wife. Shouldn't say that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get to the part where guys like me are gonna have the most trouble. We're gonna go ahead and get into the soul guards portion of this little video. And what are soul guards? Exactly what they sound like. So if you're new to all this, you're good. I generally I never have actually used a soul guard myself, but I'm really excited to get these from Division. And what we're gonna do actually, we're gonna go ahead and open this guy up. Now that our shoes are nice and clean and protected and they smell great. By the way, that deodorizer is absolutely freaking amazing. It's such a nice, fresh and clean fragrance to it. I'm really excited about them. We're gonna get to trace our shoes and cut the soul guard portion out ourselves. If you were anything like me in elementary school or kindergarten, you're gonna have a hard time with this. I was that kid that could not color within the lines for some reason. I don't know. Free thinker, you want to be nice and call me whatever. No, I was just a weirdo who could not color within the lines. So the tracing part we're not going to have a problem with. It's the cutting part that I'm a little worried about. So let's go ahead and get into tracing now. Son of a bitch. Shit. Oh, fuck! Can you help me with the video? I'm just tracing. I have to cut this. Whatever, I didn't even want her help anyway. Okay. Looks like a 3-year-old did it. But hey, we're gonna go ahead and give this a try now. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to the part where I am dreading the cutting. After a grueling and painstaking try, we went ahead and got our sole protectors cut. So this is for our left shoe. We're gonna go ahead and stick this guy right on there. Seems simple enough. And just like a sticker, peel. Yeah, it sucked my fingers. We apply. I'm gonna make sure I do this right the first time, so son of a bitch, I can't fucking peel this. I did it. This stuff is pretty freaking sticky. And let's go ahead and get this on there. Alright, we did good. We are good to go. We are not totally done yet. Now, as you can see, we do have edges that are sticking out, and that is actually what the blow dryer is for. Normally you want to use like a heat gun or something. I have a Dyson blow dryer. Take off the diffuser. This guy gets pretty hot. Let's get to work. Okay, so now they are pretty hot to the touch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take an extra step, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put my blow dryer on cool air and freeze them in place. I'd say we're good. Okay, so final thoughts on Division. If I can give them a grade, A+, easily. No question about it, easily A+. First and foremost, they're cleaner. We're getting a cleaner that actually has a hobo oil in it. That is incredibly important. We're getting a cleaner that actually treats leather as what it is, skin. You're getting high quality with this guy. The hydro repellent. This guy right here, the Defender, it's absolutely amazing. I love the fact that they use the nano ceramic technology for the coating rather than silicone to seal. Silicone, again, very dangerous, seals everything up, and will get something as shiny as patent leather nice and dull for you. You don't want that. Even everything down to the brush that they use, the bristles being super gentle yet aggressive enough to be able to pick up all the dirt and all the gunk on your shoe that you pick up in places where you don't really want to pick up dirt and gunk, where you shouldn't be wearing your Red 11s. The deodorizer. Nothing is more embarrassing than when you go to a friend's house and they ask you, could you please take off your shoes? And you do, and your feet smell terrible. Well, deodorizer's there to have your back and save your butt, in this case maybe your feet. Last but not least, sole guards! I thought that's super awesome. I really think that is amazing, and they made it pretty simple enough. You cut it out yourself, you can fit them on there and stick it on. It's pretty simple. Again, I went ahead and blow dried mine. You might want to use a heat gun. I did freeze it with the cool setting on the blow dryer to make sure that everything was nice and in place. I definitely can appreciate that. Customer service wise, absolutely an A+ for Division. The whole reason why I got involved with Division is because they were just super cool guys. The fact that they come out and they reach out and they see what people are doing, what people want, and they had created an answer for it. I thought that was fantastic. Division is definitely a company that wants to provide the best for its customers. And with prices that they have, I mean, you're getting some pretty high quality stuff for pretty affordable pricing. There's no reason to at least give them a try. You will not be sorry, and this will definitely be your go-to company. But that's enough for me. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and checking it out. Make sure you check out Division at Shop Division. That's DVZN, shopdivision.com. And show them some love on Instagram too. Thanks guys. Cyrus World, peace out.
Has no patience, look at his face and in his eyes. He's been waiting, he's been way bound to the die. Always taking chances, all those conversations. Don't know if I'll make it, don't know why he even tried.